Hi, Aaron here with Northwest Retro Repair, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Atari Lynx, the services we offer, and the Lynxes we sell, and things like that. First off, I'll just talk a little bit about the refurbished Lynxes. When I get a supply of Lynxes, I'll typically try and do a few refurbs and send them out for sale for people to enjoy. I take pride in all the work, so I kind of strip everything down and try and clean up everything as best as possible. In front of you is the refurbished item that you can see right here. It's got the original screen, an upgraded speaker, all new capacitors, power supply components, and things like that. And you're like, well, what's capacitors and all of that? So if you're not familiar, I'll just kind of crack open this other Lynx I've got here. But when I get one in, I'll open it up and I'll take the main board out very carefully, and I'll replace this transistor here and this diode here, which that's part of the power system. If those components fail, it can actually fry the CPU. A lot of people don't replace these, and a lot of people don't have this replacement diode. It's a little harder to come by. So they might do some other modifications and things, but I like to use the original style components, which will ensure that it works the way it was always intended to, and it will continue to do so for 20 plus more years. The other thing I do is replace capacitors. That's these little barrel-shaped guys here, and in systems, when these start going bad, they'll bulge or they'll leak, and then they can either damage the board or they can cause issues with, games not running right or things sounding weird or looking strange. The Lynx uses pretty good capacitors from the factory, but given that they're 25 years old, it's not a bad idea to replace them. So I typically do it just to make sure that, hey, you know what, you've done all the maintenance you really should need to do for the next 25 years. So going back to that, like I said, we definitely want to replace that power supply section. That's the most critical thing to make sure that this thing runs and doesn't blow up on you. A lot of systems that you buy on eBay and other places that are used that someone says they've reconditioned, they may just wipe the system down, test it, make sure it works, call it good. Most people don't go in and replace that. So let's talk some more about this refurb here. Again, I take something that I clean it up, polish the screen, polish the body, replace the speaker, and you can see the original screen here. But some people ask, hey, can I get an upgraded screen? Isn't there a new LCD? Absolutely. There is the McWill LCD. His LCD is fantastic, and one of the options that it also has is the ability to do VGA out if you want to plug it into a TV or a monitor. So I'll bring one of these up here so you can kind of see it. This up here is the McWill screen, so a lot more vibrant color. Just in general looks a lot better. It's a modern LCD, so of course it should be a lot better than what was available 25 years ago. And so you can just kind of see the differences there. One's more washed out than the other, and that's really, it's hard to see on a camera, but in person this thing is absolutely fantastic. Of course, if you want an original Lynx, there's nothing wrong with having that too. I would definitely see if you want to ask me about the pricing, go ahead. You can just check us out on our website or send me an email, and I'd be glad to discuss the McWill option. But it does add quite a bit, almost doubling the price of Lynx typically, just because the screen is very custom and it's something that I have to get from overseas. So here is an example of the VGA out that I do. I do a kind of a stealth port where I take a tiny 6-pin header, build a custom VGA cable that plugs into that, but I don't modify the case. So your Lynx looks new, it doesn't have any case damage done to it. So I hope that kind of explains a little bit about the process and the Lynxes that I offer and things. And if you, again, if you have any questions or you want to buy one of these, just go ahead and check my website out, or me on eBay, or shoot me an email. I'm also on Atari Age forums. Thank you very much.